Today is Tuesday, June 10, 2025. I'm Pastor Michael, and this is Wilderness Wanderings. Our text is from Philippians 1. Yes, and I will continue to rejoice, for I know that through your prayers and God's provision of the Spirit of Jesus Christ, what has happened to me will turn out for my deliverance. I eagerly expect and hope that I will in no way be ashamed, but will have sufficient courage so that now, as always, Christ will be exalted in my body, whether by life or by death. For to me, to live is Christ, and to die is gain. That's Philippians 1, verse 18 to 21. Yesterday, Kyra adeptly explored Paul's ability to rejoice in the proclamation of the gospel, even when that proclamation comes from impure motives. This rejoicing leads him to reflect on his current situation, imprisonment for the gospel. He expects deliverance by either of two means, release from prison or death. It doesn't matter which. Both are a good end if he does not bring shame to Christ. Is Paul being flippant about his life? Does his life only have marginal value? Not in the least. To understand this, we remember the first great commandment. Love the Lord your God with all of your being. This includes our bodies. Secondly, we recall Jesus' words in Luke 9:23. Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross daily and follow me. Since he met Jesus on the road to Damascus, Paul has been practicing this kind of life. He has been dying and rising with Christ, daily denying himself, daily loving God with his body, daily facing death for and with Jesus, daily experiencing Christ's new life. His life hinges on his Lord's death and resurrection. Having daily lived this kind of life, Paul is convinced that through the prayers of the Philippian Christians and the Holy Spirit, God will deliver him, either by release from prison or by death. Following Jesus, Paul has daily picked up his own cross, a thorn in the flesh, enduring suffering and hardship, bearing grief, tending to difficult relationships, repenting from sin. In this work of dying to self, relinquishing control, admitting weakness, grieving well, turning from sin, offering forgiveness and blessing to enemies, Paul has learned what it means to face death well, to face it indeed with hope and trust that the Spirit works to bring the new life and fruitfulness of Christ in every circumstance. As he writes in 2 Corinthians 4:10-11, we always carry around in our body the death of Jesus, so that the life of Jesus may also be revealed in our body. For we who are alive are always being given over to death for Jesus' sake, so that his life may also be revealed in our mortal body. That's how Paul lived. Paul knows the Lord may secure his release from prison. Even so, he will die soon. He knows that. He is an old man. But since he has lived for many years, picking up his cross daily, dying to himself with Christ, and thereby discovering the new life of Christ in his own body, he can rejoice. He has discovered that dying to self always leads to new life in Jesus. The future holds no fear for him. He will keep living for Christ or gain all the glories promised for believers. And old Christian tradition says that the role of the church is to prepare us for a good death. When we live for ourselves, life is always too short. There is never enough time to satisfy our itches. Death cannot be good. When we live for Christ by dying to self, then life and death are not so different. Then physical death is just another way of dying to self to be filled with the life of Christ. Do you live in this way? Do you already now practice for a good Christian death? If not, you can start today. As you journey on, go with the blessing of God. May the peace of the Lord Christ go with you wherever he may send you. May he guide you through the wilderness, protect you through the storm. May he bring you home rejoicing at the wonders he has shown you. May he bring you home rejoicing once again into our doors.